Hey folks, Crazy Climber80 here again, and this time we're going to look at game number 7 in our 20 from 1980 series, and this game was created by Stern Electronics in 1980. It was revolutionary for its voice samples. It was not the first game to have voice samples, but probably the first one to really make use of them effectively, and this is called Berzerk. This was the second game, as far as I know, to have voice samples. The first one was called STRATOVOX by Taito earlier in 1980. But this is the one that people really remember. This, in fact, had at least one fatality of somebody playing it. But the game itself didn't really. There's one great sample: coins detected in pocket. This game didn't directly cause somebody's death. They were already out of shape, or they had a scarring of their heart before they played this and had a fatal heart attack. So it was really kind of overblown. But boy, I remember this game when it came out. I think I first saw it at my dad's grocery store. Fred Meyer, he was a grocery manager. But boy, I really dug this right away. The samples were kind of creepy, but they were humorous at the same time. But the goal is to move this humanoid through this maze and simply make it to an exit. But that's not really the entire gist of the game. You want to destroy all the robots. You don't have to, but if you do, you get bonus points. You get 10 extra points for each robot that was killed if you destroy them all. See, it says 100 bonus points because there were 10 robots. And once you take long enough in the maze, or if there's very few robots in the maze, then he'll appear sooner. A creature known as the Evil Otto will appear. There he is. He is a bouncing smiley ball, and he is invincible, and he will come at you and kill you by touch. And Evil Otto was based on a guy named Dave Otto. He was a security chief at Dave Nutting Associates, and he was a serious asshole, apparently. He would smile when he chewed you out, and that's where they got the smiling ball from. Because one of the guys that worked on Berzerk, I guess, used to work for Dave Nutting Associates. But in the very first stage, the robots do not shoot. But after that, they will shoot. And as you get further and further into the game, they will shoot faster and they will shoot more often. And when you get down towards the last robot, it will move much faster. Now, whether or not the robots kill themselves by shooting each other, or they can run into the electrified walls and kill themselves, as can you, you will get the points, which is very nice. You can even guide Evil Otto into them and get points for their destruction. Intruder alert, intruder alert. The robots are pretty stupid. Use this to your advantage. Group them so that they run into each other or shoot each other. Whoa, that's very close. It's a good idea to take the left or right exits if you can. If you take the north or south exits, it's harder to get yourself out of trouble when you start a maze. You'll be surrounded more difficultly by robots, or it's more difficult to get out of a jam that way if you take the north or south exits, or take the east or west exits. Sometimes the maze that you enter will have a little barrier behind you and you cannot go back that way.
Intruder alert.
But that should be your goal. Take out all the robots. Now they can shoot your shots and cancel them out. So you need to like shoot maybe ahead of them and then move forward. Yikes! And lead them into your bullets. It's just something that you have to get used to. Something else you have to get used to is not only learn to make precise shots quickly, but make full use of your 8 directions that you can shoot. Yeah, you can't destroy Evil Otto.
The humanoid must not escape.
And also remember that the robots can shoot eight directions. Watch out for that diagonal fire. That is super dangerous. Stay out of the way of the diagonal fire. You just have to kind of learn to position yourself so that you're not where a robot can shoot you with their diagonal fire. And here I'm going to lead Evil Otto into a robot. There we go. And I get my bonus. But yeah, remember that no matter what way the robots die, you will get the points. So you might as well just lead them into each other or lead them to shoot each other. And if you're going to use diagonal shots... Oh, crap. Yeah, see, it's so easy to get hit by those diagonal shots. If you're going to use the diagonal shots, use them on the earlier robots. It's hard, really hard to shoot them where you can hit them and they can't hit you. Oh my god, that was close. You will get an extra life at 5,000 points and at 10,000 points. No more after that. Yeah, try to use the east-west, yikes, east-west exits, not the north-south. But yeah, you just have to understand the robot's mentality.
Intruder alert, intruder
which
alert.
way they'll move, how to lead them into each other, or how to get them to shoot each other, or how to lead the Evil Otto into them. And stay out of the way of the diagonal shots. Love the voice samples in this game. Voice samples were starting to become a thing in the early 80s of arcade gaming. And they were getting more and more refined. I think they're the best in this game. I mean, of the early 80s games.
Destroy the humanoid.
Voice samples in arcade games was not cheap. It was like thousands of dollars per word of synthesis. There are several thousand different type of maze layouts. But yeah, stay out of the way of that diagonal fire. Yikes! Oh man. It really helps to have like an arcade joystick. If you don't have an arcade style joystick, then things might get a little tough for you. Because you really need to have pinpoint control, and you need to shoot pretty accurately. Just numerous things you need to think about when you're playing this game. And I'm gonna have to take a north-south exit, which I don't really want to do. Yikes! Oh god. Now these guys shoot really fast. Like I was saying, the further you get in the game, the more they're gonna shoot, the faster they're gonna shoot. When you see a close group of robots, try to get them to run into each other or shoot each other. Yeah, they're not very smart. There was a cheesy movie in the mid-80s called either Chopping Mall or Killbots. And it made me think of this game. It's very cheesy. There's this mall that these teenagers hole up in, and there's these killer robots, security robots that go nuts and try to kill everybody. Makes me think of this old game. Learn how to just barely sneak shots over walls, so that
The humanoid
you'll
must
be able
not
to hit the
escape.
robots, but they won't be able to hit you. This was by far my best game on this.
Attack the humanoid.
I usually do not break 10,000, but I was able to do that on this game. But yeah, when you see groups of robots, try to get them to run into each other or shoot each other.
Derp the humanoid.
Oh man, I was just barely
Intruder
able to hit him with a
alert, intruder alert.
diagonal shot. Very hard to do at this stage.
The intruder must not escape.
They are more likely to be able to get the drop on you diagonally than you them.
Charge the intruder.
Do not get in the line of an enemy's diagonal fire. I already mentioned that. But do try to get them to run into each other
Intruder
or shoot
alert,
each other.
intruder alert.
Just such great sound samples. Oh yikes! Crap! Oh man, that was lucky. And there's the second
intruder
and
must
final
not escape.
extra life I can get in this game.
Kill it.
Yeah, I was never great at this game. I don't know if 10,000 points is considered great by any means,
Intruder
but
alert.
probably better than average at this game.
The
But yeah, you
intruder
can run
must
into the
not
walls and
escape.
die. So do not touch the walls. And if you run close to them, you might see a little light reflected off of you onto the wall. And you'll know that you were really close to running into it. There is a, I guess, an intended glitch, just kind of humorous. Note that your head is not connected to your
Intruder
body.
alert,
There's a
intruder
little
alert.
gap there. A laser can actually go through it. Kind of funny.
Get it. The intruder must not escape.
I wouldn't risk it if I were you. 'Cause that's a very small gap, and you can easily get shot.
Attack the intruder.
There is a sequel to Berzerk. If you had not heard of it, it is called Frenzy.
Intruder alert,
And
intruder alert.
there's some kind of cool elements to it.
Shoot the intruder.
In some respects, it might be a
The
little
intruder
easier
must
than
not
Berzerk.
escape.
There was a very good port of Berzerk
Shoot
for
the
the Atari
humanoid.
2600. You'll want to fiddle with the settings, though, because
Got the humanoid.
crap.
Got the intruder.
Got the humanoid, got the intruder. If you play, I think the default,
Intruder alert,
like,
intruder
game number
alert.
1 for Berzerk for the Atari 2600
Got the humanoid.
Got the
is
intruder.
without Evil Otto. So you'll want to mess with the settings so that you can face Evil Otto in the game in the Atari 2600 port.
Coins
But
detected
that was
in
Berzerk. I remember when this came out, me and my friends at school would quote the dialogue in this game, the voice samples. What a great game. Stern was maybe most famous for all the Konami games that they were licensed back in the game, but this was one of their actual creations. They had a few more, or a handful more that they did themselves. But that was Berzerk, game number 7 in our 20 from 1980 series. Well, I thank you for watching. I hope you will join me someday soon for game number 6. Y'all enjoy the rest of your summer. Be safe. Continue social distancing and I guess mask wearing where you need to. Take it easy, everybody. Bye-bye.